Hi, this is Amy with an I.
And surprise bitches, it's Nikki with 2 Ks from Unapologetix.
I'm super surprised.
I know. I love surprising people, even though, can I tell you, I'm like,
Yes.
I try my very best to not be a judgmental person. I really do.
I do not.
However, karma, as they say, I really don't get people who don't like surprises. Like, genuinely, like, I get not wanting to have 50 people in your house screaming surprise for a birthday party.
Yeah.
I get that. But, like, you come home and there's just a gift waiting for you, or you get to work and surprise, they just, like, ordered breakfast for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Those are spectacular.
Those are good surprises.
So
I have my partner, gentleman caller, he has this take on surprises where he doesn't like it if someone says, I got you something, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
That's bullshit.
Because then it's not about you anymore. It's all about them and how they did something. I agree with that too. Like if I order him something, I'll just order it. And then when it shows up, he's like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know. Open it.
Yes.
Figure it out.
To be honest, when I do stuff like that, because I'm going to be honest, I'm that shit person sometimes, but it's just because I'm so excited because I feel like I hit the nail on the motherfucking head.
Me too. And I can't keep it in. I can't. It's like venting it out. I'm just like, have to release the pressure.
I just want to like pat myself on the back. And that's my way of patting myself on the back. I know it ruins the surprise, but I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Well, he knows that when I do it, it's for that reason that I'm just like,
like, you're going to be so bad. Okay.
But he can't handle it. He's like, just tell me, please. Because otherwise it's just going to drive me crazy. But I understand what you're saying. Like people that walk into the office and there's like breakfast tacos and they're like, are you fucking kidding me? You're like, are you what?
Thank you.
Free fucking tacos. Are you kidding me? You can sit at your desk and eat and not work for like, I don't know. I can milk a taco for probably like a good 30 minutes.
Listen, because you know you got to take a walk around the building afterwards.
You got to walk.
You cannot just eat a taco and then go back to like your computer. It's a whole process. And then
it is.
So many condiments. So many different condiments. Like how do you...
And then I'm like, oh, salsa on my hands. Can't touch my eyes or anything. I better go wash them.
Exactly. It's tough work eating tacos at work.
It's a process. But yeah, there's people that do that. They're just like, oh, that's it. Or they'll walk over, like when I did overtime on Saturdays, they'd walk in and there would be a whole spread of muffins and fruit and all kinds of stuff. And they'd walk over, they're like, are you kidding me? The best part of working on Sunday are the mini muffins.
See, a Sunday? I know we're atheists, but that should still be like not allowed. Like Sunday is like national. I don't want to do a motherfucking thing. Leave me the goddamn alone.
Yeah, I was on mandatory overtime for like 9 months, and it was bullshit.
But listen, the moral of the story, y'all. What we're trying to say is, when you say you don't like surprises, you need to be specific about what surprises you don't like, because some surprises are goddamn delightful.
Yes,
that's it.
But there's some things that you shouldn't surprise someone with, like how crass do you want me to be? Because some things you have to prep. Some things you need prep for. You need to have a conversation, like a surprise orgy. Like you don't want to like come home and there's just like you're like, I need to shower. This is not okay.
Or judging by most of the guys that y'all usually do, I feel like doing something like cutting your hair. Like if you just go and all of a sudden get the like 50s mom cut, you're going to get some conversation from these men because they all seem like possessive weirdos who are just looking for trophies, and it's so weird. I
used to do that. I would when I'd get in a fight, I'd cut my hair shorter. Like there's so many cuts, like so many pictures of me with like boy cuts almost, because I was like, nope, fuck you. Look how short it is. Look how short it is.
You want to objectify me? Objectify this bitch. There you go.
And then I loved it, so I kind of kept it for a while, and then when we broke up, then I grew my hair super long, just as another point. But now I'm just like, whatever, it's my hair, I don't care.
Exactly. This is not as strong of a statement as I think it
is. Now it's just hot and it's heavy and it's freaking 100 degrees and yeah.
Yes, you and I both have the I guess I'm a little bit luckier than you because I guess, a little bit more of a breeze here in Florida, but we both get like ridiculously hot weather that no human should be able to survive it. Well, actually, we can't survive in it.
I got my car yesterday and it was 104.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, I don't have to get in my car again until Tuesday. So
nice.
It's Friday. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to go anywhere.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I'm still cleaning out an apartment. Like, yes, it has taken us a full month to move.
No, shame. No, it's fine. It takes forever. Moving takes forever.
It does. And we paid ahead because we were like, we're just going to give ourselves max time. Mm-hmm. And we're lazy. What can I say? Or I should say, no, you know what? Self-compassion. It's really fucking hard. It
is hard.
Moving into a new space. It is a lot of things you never fucking think about.
And it's always, it takes longer than you think. Mm-hmm. And there's always like, you think you're done and then you open up the underneath the bathroom cupboard or something. You're like, why don't I just throw away the packages of toilet paper after the rolls are gone? Why do I shove it in the back of the cupboard? I don't know. I do.
That's it.
I don't know.
That's all you got to do.
I'm a monster.
And we have been we have things like sconces and wall art and no garbage can. So
I understand that.
Just getting things as I feel like it. This is
I get that.
Very avant-garde situation here. You know, we'll just get stuff when we need to get stuff. That's it.
That's awesome. All right, so you're here to meet a man, right?
I need a man because
good, because I picked some real choice. Can we objectify them? They're like prime choice.
This is why I'm here today.
Rib steaks. I don't know how to judge meat.
I am here today to look at or hear about some prime meat.
Okay.
I want it to be grade A.
See, you're better at it. I'm like, I don't know, choice rib.
Listen.
Covers their ribs.
I have it. It's in there. I know. It's so funny too because I literally do know meat. We'll go to
I do not.
The Costco and looking at all the meat and looking at steaks, and Brent just goes and picks up some steak and brings it over. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's flank steak. Put that shit back. You need marbling, sir. You need some nice fat on that. We don't know. We don't eat lean meat here.
See, and I'm the one, I'm like, just grab the cheap stew meat. We'll throw it in the crock pot. We're fine. It's fine.
No. We told ourselves we get to have
the freaking cube
single steak. We get to share a single steak every 2 weeks. That's our living. We're living.
See, we don't do anything. And then every now and then I'm like, I really need sushi.
Oh, sushi's so good.
I need it. I need it. And he doesn't eat fish. So we'll go to there's this fish shack or whatever, around the corner. And they do oysters and mussels and catfish po' boys. So good.
That does sound really
But then they have chicken too. So he'll get the chicken. I'm like, yes. They don't have sushi. So it doesn't hit my sushi craving, but it hits the fish craving.
See, yeah. So there's this place close to us that does a chicken sushi roll, fried chicken. It's like a Mexican roll.
That sounds delicious.
With fried chicken instead. It's amazing. And they do an avocado roll. It is the most delicious shit I've ever had before. It is. It's fried avocado, a fried avocado roll. Oh,
that sounds amazing.
Yeah. So if he comes to Florida, he'll have two choices.
Oh, I'll come.
Although I'm sure you can find that in Texas.
Probably. We have really good sushi places near us. I just haven't had. I really don't want to pay to have it delivered, and it's already expensive. And
yes,
and
Uber Eats is a scam. But
we don't do Uber Eats. We do Favor.
Oh, that's that thing that we don't have in Florida. That I was like, when you told me that, I was like, I gotta find this.
Yeah, we do Favor here. So
wish I had that, but I want to meet a man.
Okay, so I have Michael first for you.
Okay, Michael. I used to have a boyfriend named Michael. I gotta say, is that a bad name? It's a great name. I just don't like it shortened to Mike. Is that wrong?
No.
This is a personal preference. I just feel
What about Cole? The end part.
What about what?
Just calling him Cole instead of Mike.
Michael. See, we don't need to abbreviate everything, y'all. We just really don't. And Mike and Michael are just so close. It just doesn't make any sense. I'm a purist. If you're Ben, I want to call you Benjamin. If you're, Robert, I want to call you Robert, not Rob.
Well, that's
Bobby.
That's my partner. He does not want to shorten his name. Like I've tried it, and he's like, no,
not feeling it. And I don't blame him. Use your whole name.
I always tell him, I'm like, just know when I'm calling you that, there's a heart over the I.
Aww.
And he's
so
like,
adorable.
Okay, that's better.
That works. Okay, tell me more about Michael.
Okay, so Michael, he's old as fuck. He was born in 1946.
Holy shit.
This book is from the 1980s, so.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he was in his mid-40s looking for love. Okay.
Right. And it's an action shot. He's playing tennis. He's real cool. So apparently he's a syndicated writer.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It means I don't know if syndicated writer's the right word.
Wait. Is it like people who do like Ask Anne or something?
Maybe. It's okay. His name is Michael Carlton, and I guess his full name is in there because he's syndicated to more than 350 newspapers, and is in fact the most widely published travel writer in America.
Okay, Michael. Wait, what?
Right?
Okay, wait, keep going because there's got to be a big ass butt here because
probably is. There always is.
Still like fit enough to play a game of tennis, which is
he lives in Dallas. He's only been married once. This guy is a catch.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, there's always something. It's like, oh, by the way,
okay,
they sneak it in, and you get blindsided by it. You're like, okay. In that pursuit, he's traveled 150,000 miles just last year in everything from an L1011 to a dog sled. Whatever.
Okay.
And it wasn't because of his friendly middle-aged burgundy Volvo was in the shop. Okay, whatever.
He's doing too much. Listen, I don't know what that means. Like, what does burgundy Volvo mean, Amy?
It's a humble brag of his car.
But burgundy, does that tell me you know colors, so you're not toxically masculine? Is that what that means?
Maybe burgundy was like a hot color in the 80s. Like it was like a luxury color.
Oh.
I don't know. Like I'm not.
Burgundy is basically burnt rust.
Like I'm not sure what the brag is here. I'm like, okay, cool. My neighbor has a Volvo.
Are chill. I like
they're
Volvos.
Cool, but whatever.
I definitely don't know what an L10 is. Do you? Like, why did he say Concorde or something? Like, that's something normal people know. Like,
right?
And it was around then. Exactly. Like, we don't just fucking know models of planes, okay? It's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't even know.
So he's already alienating me.
Okay. As the travel editor for the Dallas Times Herald, he has to stay on the move just to cover his beat. Okay. And when you consider that he also is the book editor, you've got a picture of a very busy man.
Okay,
so
already
maybe he's just too busy.
Yeah, already I feel like you don't have time for me, obviously. So why are you doing this? And then two, like we've spent a lot of time talking about your job already, which means it's a huge part of your life, which isn't a bad thing. But
it's fine.
Why are you here?
But is he really going to be interested in hearing about you ever?
Listen, that is a really good question.
Like, I want to be the most interesting person in every room.
Or is he going to be one of those people that like, those people, I had a really tough day today, and I think I'm getting a little sick. That reminds me so much of a story. I was in Kuala Lumpur.
Right.
And
this kid was starving, hadn't eaten in 3 weeks, and I managed to find him like this mango that, oh my God.
So I run into this little man. He came out of nowhere. Like, those fucking
nursed someone back from the dead. And, oh my God. And you're just like, so anyway, I have a headache. Thanks for listening.
Like in the reality that I live in right now.
Great conversation, Michael.
I don't know. I find this whole thing suspect because I really feel like there should have been a higher ranking, like, magazine or periodical that he could have put this in. Like, I feel like he's not, I don't know. Like, this is a lot. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was going to Google him while you were talking to see if he's still alive. Okay.
Smart.
A confirmed esthetist. Okay, Nikki, help me out here.
I mean, what?
You know how you're a wordsmith. AESTHETE.
Okay, it's from aesthetic, but it's
right.
I can't get it out. It's like
I know. I got stuck on it.
Nope, it's not coming.
So anyway, that's the word. It says because he's that, whatever the word is, he loves French restaurants with excellent wine, good company, and the time to enjoy it, a gracious service, and fine old hotels, and of course the Dallas Cowboys. Huh.
Okay, so it's like, okay, some of those things I like old hotels, great, that's amazing, but all the rest of it sounds really snooty and boring, and like your idea of a good time is just, you know what, I'm gonna stop because his idea of a good time is probably my idea of a good time, but like less snooty. Like it just sounds so snooty. Like I want French, but do we have to like go to like a nice French restaurant and spend $200 on a bottle of wine? Can't we just like try to make duck au orange in our kitchen? That'll be fun. I'm not sure.
He died in 2008.
Oh no!
Okay.
Now I feel something. Why would you tell me that in the middle of this? Now I gotta try to find something good about it. Go ahead.
Let's make fun of him still. Okay. Tennis is his favorite sport. Bridge, his cerebral exercise. See, I know that word. Given a choice, he would probably spend his time fly fishing for trout in Labrador, New Zealand, or Montana. Okay, he threw in as one of those places he's been.
This is a disaster from top to bottom.
Yes.
I'm waiting for him to describe what kind of woman he's even interested in because this is wild so far.
Yeah, the next lines are what he hates.
Okay.
He says he hates airports, understandably, hamburgers, martinis, Texas heat, cats, and stewardesses with plastic smiles.
Okay, the last one is just pure sexism.
Right.
That's first of all. Because
it's the smiles plastered on there because she doesn't want to deal with your bullshit.
Exactly. And do you think the pilots are giving you a real smile? Like, really? No, they're not. They're not either. Okay, cats.
They're called air waitresses. No, they're not. I'm just kidding. They don't like it when you say that. They don't like it.
I feel like we were calling them flight attendants in the 90s too.
We were.
I feel like he's a bit behind.
Well, this is 80s. This is like 82.
Oh, well, no, yeah, they were definitely still stewardess and basically like Hooters waitresses and airplanes.
Right.
So he's full on enjoying his like manhood and all those privileges.
He is living his best life until 2008.
Correct. Oh. Okay.
All
Wait.
right.
Well, you know we gotta figure out if he ever got married again.
Ooh, I'll look it up later. Okay. All right. Here's what he wants.
Okay.
Women with a sense of humor. Okay.
They never mean that.
An indomitable independence turn him on. They always say they want an independent woman, but they really don't.
No, they don't. They just want someone who will fight with them, but then give up after like 2 minutes. And then
sexy
just let
fighting.
them have sex on them.
Oh, I already made all this Jell-O and I poured it in this tub.
What am I going to do now?
I guess we'll fight about what's for dinner. Okay. His ideal lover. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. His ideal lover.
Why would he say lover? No. Lover was not okay ever. Like, I'm sorry. It's just so creepy.
Yes.
It reduces people. It's just weird. Don't
My
use that
favorite
word.
is watching the old movies and especially with the guy who couldn't get any respect. You know who I'm talking about.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield. Women were broads.
Like, very much so.
These
like,
broads over here. I'm like, that's the best. Like, that's better. Honestly, it's better than chicks or girls.
I mean, yes, it is.
Better.
Oh my God.
But it's also disrespectful and gross.
It's really awful. And I had a professor once named Dr. Broad. And she taught women's studies and
Fantastic.
LGBT studies. It was really unfortunate. It was, and she was a great sport about it. But yeah, I guess it is better than chicks.
It is.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, good. Physical traits. Okay. His ideal lover would have long blonde hair.
Stop it, Amy. Stop it. Why do they think they can just say that shit?
Just order it from a menu. It's like, oh, you know what? She's a brunette, but she can dye her hair. It's okay.
Exactly.
She's got everything else.
Oh my God. Okay, let's keep
here,
going.
Jump in this box right here. Okay.
Fuck
She would have long blonde hair and the long, lean body needed to wear clothes well. Okay. First of all, fuck you.
Exactly.
I wear clothes just fine. They cover all my parts, which is what they're for.
Exactly. And if you're in your mid-40s, that means you're looking for someone quite young because by the 40s, some shit has happened.
Yeah, there's nothing long and lean about anyone 40 plus.
Not in any sort of healthy way anyway.
Even if you're a thin person, things don't hang the way they used to pre-40. I've heard. I'm not post-40.
I'm envisioning he wants someone that like looks like those women in that Duran Duran video in Rio. Like you're wearing that bikini that's like the topless one that just kind of hangs there. Yeah, like, nah, 40s is difficult for that shit, man.
Yeah, he doesn't want a 40-year-old. He wants a 21-year-old.
Because they're all the same. It's no big difference,
Gross. But he wants someone who's independent and smart and stuff. Sure. Okay, so he wants the body to needed to wear clothes well, which I still, whatever, I don't understand that. He especially likes silk, so he's going to tell her what to wear.
Wait, does that wear clothes well mean like model-esque, basically? So he's looking for a model, period. Like he's
looking for a model who wears silk. He prefers silk.
Who? Oh my God.
Have you actually worn silk? It's freaking obnoxious where it shows stains, pit stains, even if you're not sweating, instant pit stains.
It doesn't
One
feel
drip of
good.
sweat and it's like a big pool in your back. Because remember in the 90s, like flowy silk shirts were in?
Yes, and dudes constantly have pit stains.
Gross.
I remember that time.
I had a quilted silk jacket. I loved it, but it was freaking obnoxious.
My phone thought when I said I remember that time, it wanted me to unlock
I remember.
it.
I remember.
Now I know I can't say that anymore. Okay. But yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's not a good look on anybody.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so he's intrigued by women who occasionally wear stockings rather than pantyhose. I'm sure you are, bro. Ugh.
He's like ordering a fantasy from a dating.
He opens up the penthouse, and not Playboy, that's too classy for him. But he opens up penthouse, and he's like right there. She seems nice. When she's not holding herself open, she seems real sweet. Sorry, too much. Something about her that screams class. Gross. He's gross. Okay. He appreciates the freshness of Texas women. Oh, racist.
What the fuck that mean?
Freshness is sweet to your face, but they're vile, vicious, racist bitches in the background.
Oh.
And thinks very highly of those who appreciate his cooking. Oh, he's a terrible cook.
I bet he's one of those ones with like, you should just appreciate the fact that I cook for you. Which is like,
look, cute, I made dinner last month. Aren't you? Just be grateful.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's cute because you're a dude, but I obviously can't be that, incapable.
So I read something yesterday that actually kind of blew my mind. It's completely unrelated, but kind of tangentially, whatever. So, which I don't ever go off topic on these shows, but I'm going to for once. I read this thing that, they have men's skills and man's skills are, repairing cars, fixing things, doing housework, all of that kind of stuff. And women's work is cooking, cleaning, laundry, children. And if you break it down, it's man things are something that has to be done like every once in a while, and women's work is constant.
Oh, I never.
So, but guys are like, they give you a hard time, like, you don't know where the carburetor is, you're an idiot for not knowing where the carburetor is, but they can go their entire lives not knowing how to cook, never doing dishes, never changing a diaper, and they're proud of it.
Holy shit. I never like
Blew my
thought
fucking
about it
mind.
as far as
I'm
like
like,
the actual time.
fuck
it
everybody.
takes.
That pisses me off.
Yes, that is that. You know what's crazy to me? I was just talking to somebody about that, and it's also tangentially related to this as well.
Totally fine.
It's like the fact that I keep like, do you keep running to-do lists in your head at all times?
Constantly.
And they don't even notice it unless it directly affects them. Like, I know when we're down to like the last 2 rolls of toilet tissue. He knows when it's no longer available to him. Like,
right.
And it's like,
Same.
and it's not like, when you think about it, it's like not their fault necessarily, but it's like, holy shit, I cannot believe I've been conditioned to just do this naturally.
Yes, it's training. Like, we have been raised our entire lives to make sure that we take care of them. And they have been raised their entire lives to allow it to happen.
Yes.
And it's almost too late to untrain. Because
it's so much more work.
Because seriously, like, God bless them, they try so hard. Like, they really do.
Yeah.
But they just can't seem to keep straight all the things we're keeping straight. And if I actually like dumped it all out and poured like the whole list of everything, it's too much.
It's fucking too much. It's fucking too much. It's amazing. And then it's like, or they'll do it and you'll find like random things places. So it's like, hey babe, could you get your socks from behind the bed? Okay. And then I leave and I go in the kitchen and the socks are on the counter. Because, I had to go in the kitchen to get this.
I got distracted. I got a drink. I'm sorry. And then it's your fault for being kind of like bothered by it.
Exactly. Because it's like, if you have a problem with it, you should.
Like, but socks don't really belong on the counter or in the kitchen.
Like, if you have a problem that your partner doesn't seem to be as tidy as you, then it's your problem and you should just pick up after them. I was like, I'm on the wrong website.
How to be a good Christian woman. Back. Well, no, there's this bottle of water on his side of the bed. It's empty. But every time he gets up in the middle of the night to pee, he steps on it. And it's like that you know, the cheap bottle of water that's like very distinct, like crumple sound?
Yeah.
Every night. And so I tell him, hey, can you clean up the side of your bed? I know there's a couple cans there. There's that bottle of water. Can you just clean it up? 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. It's still there. I am not going to do it. But every night it wakes me up. Every night. So
This is like a fucking conundrum. And I need somebody to work on it. We need help.
And I tell him, I'm like, hey, honey. And he's like, I know. And then we go to bed and I forget about it. And then in the middle of the night, 4 a.m., I hear, and I'm like, oh my God.
It's fucking ridiculous how universal.
One of these nights, I'm going to murder you over that bottle of water.
Exactly.
It's happening.
And they wonder why we like almost like want to shake them.
It's a real shame. He's like, why are you so mad at me? Because in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh. He's like, why are you mad? I'm like, really? Why am I mad?
Oh, okay.
And it's a damn shame Michael's dead.
Look, I could have taken all of his like fake pomposity for like being able to travel or whatever.
For a trip?
Yeah.
Let's go to Labrador, New Zealand. You can fly fish. I'm not sure I'll fly fish, but I'll stand there next to you in waders looking hella cute.
Listen,
whatever.
He'll probably give us like the pretty woman treatment. So he'll give us like a wad of cash so we can just go do what we would need to do.
Yes. I am not tall enough, blonde enough, lean enough, none of these things.
No, I don't qualify.
Oh, me neither.
Oh, well, I'm so sorry. Did he find the love of his life, that tall, lean
I hope woman? So. I have high hopes that someone married him at the last minute and took him for everything he was worth.
This is why male rights activists exist.
Yeah. Exhibit A and B right here, like us. So this is the reason I picked him, because when I was flipping through, I saw this next line. And I was like, yes. All right. His perfect evening would last about 4 months and would require being stranded on an island in the middle of the best trout fishing river in the world with a beautiful cordon bleu chef ready to cook the fish the moment it comes out of the water and make mad, passionate love to me for the next 114 days.
That sounds fucking unsanitary. How
disgusting. You know? Like, his perfect evening is 4 months long.
First of all, I got shit to do. I got
stranded. Is he expecting Stockholm syndrome to be developed? Because I'm not falling for you.
Listen, it's just where are we supposed to clean up? Like, what are we supposed? I mean, this is just like a whole 4 months. Your girl has a cycle. Like, what am I supposed to do about that?
114 days. Stay on top of that. It doesn't matter.
Like,
don't let nature get in the way.
I don't think you're gonna want to have, eat fish and then have passionate sex during that time. And then two, on top of that, I feel like when he says independent, what he really means is someone with absolutely no attachments that I can just take with me like you're an object and do what I want to do, because I don't want to trout fish for 4 months. That sounds fucking awful.
Untethered instead of independent. He wants someone with. Does he want someone that no one would miss if they weren't missing?
I feel like that's what he's looking for.
That's a little creepy. That's entering like drifter territory.
First of all, where are you going to get all this goddamn electricity on this island to make this fish with this Michelin
Is he paying the chef?
Chef. Is he making it over a fire? Because that's going to feel real weird if it's like just a chef and us like fucking in the background every night for 4 months.
Is it weird, or is it like exactly what my Saturday night's like?
Like if you were just into like some voyeuristic shit, we can do that on land here in like the US. Like we don't have to,
within driving distance of family, friends, police station. It's a little creepy.
Oh goodness, that's very creepy.
Said
and it sounds like
settle.
He just wants to possess somebody.
It's real scary.
This is a person who needs a real doll. This is that person. You need a real doll, sir. Not a human woman. No.
It said he did indicate settling for Saturday brunch of omelets in bed with champagne.
Whoa!
So instead of him being or someone being abducted, he'll be okay with brunch in bed. Like, he's really assumptive of what these women are going to give him.
Are we on Tinder right now? Because that's what it really feels like. Because
it was less creepy on Tinder, let me tell you.
We don't even know each other. Like, we've literally never met. And you just told me that all you really want is to have sex.
I mean, at least he's upfront. It's like the guys that their profile picture is their crotch. You're like, he seems like he's a good listener. Something about him that's really... Yeah, he said, if you're a non-smoker, good with a frying pan, have lots of time, and hate economy flights, Michael suggests you contact him. But be prepared to keep trying, because at 150,000 miles a year, he's hard to land. Ugh.
That is fucking awful. Everything about that whole last little thing was just fucking awful. Like, first of all, you're not worthy of him anyway, but if he does plan on getting in touch with you, like, what the fuck? Are you looking? You're looking for me.
Yeah, you're lucky.
I don't understand. Michael, you need a little bit more humility, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this Michael guy, but there's an Australian Michael Carlton. So I'm having issues there.
I don't know. So I don't feel like
I think Australian Michael Carlton died.
I date me, motherfucker.
Okay, this one is Mark.
Okay,
he was born in 1955. His picture is very pokery. He has cards and chips and money in front of him.
Ooh, in the 80s? Was that a thing then? Wasn't that just a mom
thing? He has a Sonny Bono mustache. Everybody knows what that means.
Oh my gosh. Is that the same dude that looks like Bob Ross?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a mustache.
A soft spot for Bob Ross looking motherfucker.
Well, this guy, to me, he looks like Sonny Bono because he's got the vest on, he's got the mustache.
Okay, that's a little less my fantasy.
I don't know. You've already started it. You just take it all the way.
Fucking sure was fucking amazing. Good time.
He was born in 1955, so he's a youngin' on here.
What's that? That's the greatest generation or the silent generation? One of those.
Those are the boomers.
Are they? I thought the boomers
were... the greatest generation are the World War I, World War II generation, the World War II generations, and then they came home after the war, had lots of sex, and they had the baby boom.
Yes, that would keep...
So those are the boomers. No. So,
boomers are
politics align with this guy.
I don't know. I feel like this... And, oh my God, he's a boomer, and he was playing poker in the 80s. I bet he's awful. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like he's sexist as fuck.
I feel that deep in my waters. He's awful.
All right. It says playing blackjack in Las Vegas rates higher than 21 on his list of things to do in his free time. But Mark also enjoys just picking up and going traveling just for the fun of it. That's boring. He's boring.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like hanging out at casinos and in the 80s, mind you, where everyone was a fucking chain smoker. Can you imagine that atmosphere?
Ugh.
It is already awful today, but so.
See, I like going to casinos every now and then, but not hanging out there.
No, you can't. Like it's fun. Yeah, you're right. Like it's fun every now and again, but I can't do it like regularly. It's too much smoke. It's every fucking where. And you
have to find the ones that are filtered really well too, because there's like two large ones near us, and one is smaller and it's just filtered better, and the other one is just Smoke City.
That's so interesting. See, we only have the Hard Rock Hotel here, and it's like you walk in and it's just hazy.
Yeah, that's how the other one is. But the other one, fun fact, it's the largest casino in North America.
Damn.
And it's like, I don't know, 40 minutes away.
Damn! I did not realize that you were so close to something so important.
It's big. This guy is very boring. He says he was a former UT Longhorn football player. He still says with a poker face that competitive sports are important too.
What does that even mean? Competitive?
I don't know. It's a humble brag that he played professional football in college.
Okay.
He's like, oh yeah, sports matter too. Actually, I was a
like, thank you,
football player, and
that. Like, I mean, telling us that you were a UT, like, whatever they are, is great. But I don't understand why saying competitive sports is important.
I don't know. He describes himself as sensitive, sentimental, loving, competitive, high-strung, yikes, intelligent, personable, and easy to talk to, while his friends might add he's never home, easygoing, easily embarrassed, crazy, and above all, lucky.
This is too many things.
He sounds like he's a hot mess.
Yeah, like that's a lot of different things. Because it sounds like
honestly, he sounds like he's kind of a little unhinged. Like he's going to go to the party and he's going to be like super chatty and easygoing, get a couple drinks in him and pick a fight with the dude in the corner with the guitar.
Or if he like randomly does something kind of embarrassing, like trips over something, he's going to be in his feelings all fucking night because he wasn't Little Miss Perfect at a party.
He's going to be embarrassed, but then he's going to be mad. He's like, why the fuck did they put that end table there?
And then
why the fuck is it there?
Exactly, because you didn't like immediately run over and stay by his side all night because he embarrassed himself instead of just laughing.
I'm already emotionally exhausted just reading about him.
Listen.
Like, I don't have the capacity.
No. And
I'm sorry, Mark.
Saying that you're, I don't know, what do you think competitive is? Do you think that it's a positive or a negative trait? Like, I don't know what people are telling me when they say that to me.
Because I'm competitive at work.
Okay.
But I don't think it's as much competitive as it translated into ambition.
Yes. Exactly.
But I'm not competitive. Like when we play Uno at home and my kids win, I'm like, okay, cool. Like the game is over. I don't care. Like I'm done.
Exactly. It's like I think a lot of people confuse competition with ambition because competition is like you are a complete asshole most of the time. Like you.
Yeah. It's like the women that say that they're a bitch all the time because they're strong.
Yeah.
But you can be a strong woman and be kind to people and be a bitch when you need to be. Like, you don't have to just go around. There's so many people I know, especially women, that are just like, they're mean to everybody. And then they're like, well, sorry, I'm just a strong woman. It's like, no.
That's not what I mean.
You're a bitch.
Yes.
But I saw you cry over that receipt. Like, you are not a strong woman. You're just mean.
Yes. And I think often, I feel... Sometimes I know it's so unfair because dudes are allowed that freedom. And
agreed.
We aren't.
Yeah.
And it's
well, and I'm not condoning being nice to people just because you're nice to people. It's one of those things where someone calls themselves strong, but they're just mean.
Mm-hmm.
It's like guys that go around on these dating apps that say that they're a dom, but they're just a dick.
You know what?
You just want an excuse to be abusive and hit people.
I think you know? Nail on the head here. Yes, we should. That's like a whole episode right there.
It is. It's a whole episode.
Words.
They take a picture of their crotch. They're like, "Call me daddy." No, bitch. No.
Yes.
Pass.
Absolutely not. Something's
Good luck.
wrong with you.
I'm calling your mom.
Does your mom see this profile?
Forwarded. She did now.
Okay.
All right. His idea of a perfect evening. Oh, I'm so excited. Would have to include a quick trip to a romantic place where he could get to know his lady on a one-on-one basis. Oh,
Okay, that's the
second
whole point
location?
of describing it, because romantic place isn't a place. Like,
Yeah.
what does that mean? That could be a grotto. That could be
but
a
it sounds
park.
like he wants to take her to a second location. Like I was told early on, don't ever go to a second location.
Correct. On a
He's gonna murder me.
Although this was the 80s, though, because it was like all that. You gotta meet me at. Like, can you imagine meeting somebody and giving them your address to pick you up for a date?
Hell no. So I
date?
was single not that long ago. You know, it was like 2 years ago. And there were guys that were still asking, let me pick you up. I'm like, no, I'll meet you there.
What the fuck? Absolutely not, bro.
First date? No. They're like, well, do you want me to follow you home? Hell no.
Absolutely
I'll text
not.
you if I want to see you again.
And in fact,
Guess what?
I
The
need
answer
you
was
to get in
no,
your
I did
car
not.
And leave before me. So
Number
I can
blocked.
be sure you're not fucking following me. In fact, I don't even want you to know what my car looks like. We'll meet at a mall.
Exactly. Well, I got there early. I was like 10 minutes early at the restaurant and stuff. I'm like, nope.
Smart. So this is ridiculous. Like we have to have whole plans to ensure we don't get murdered.
Well, and I sent a picture of him and my location, everything, to 3 friends. And then I had to do the proof of life text, halfway through my date.
I did that
It's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
And then, it's ridiculous. It's silly how much we have to do.
Yes, the internet's a fucking terrible place. Sometimes.
So his idea, the most exciting date he can recall involved a flight to El Paso and shopping in Juarez before dinner and the Greyhound races. Okay.
None of what is he 52?
That's hot. His love of cards and travel manifests itself in a healthy respect for a woman who can beat him at poker, his love of things Italian, his knowledge of Spanish, and even his favorite restaurant, the Del Moncio at the Riviera Hotel in Vegas. Okay, his favorite hotel is in Vegas. And he has a healthy respect for someone who can beat him in poker. He's like a professional poker player. How shitty is he? I would expect him to beat me.
Yes. Also,
and I'm not terrible at poker. Like, I'm fairly good, but
everything in this guy's life seems so brown colored. Like, what is El Paso like? But I don't know. But in my head, it feels like it's brown all around.
You're right. It's brown. It's just
so much brown, bro. Like you're going to Vegas, which is brown, and you're going.
Like, why is flying to El Paso from Dallas? First of all, which Dallas is a beautiful city. Why would you leave Dallas, fly to El Paso to go to a Greyhound race and shopping in Juarez? Have you been to a border town in Mexico?
No, but I can't imagine that it's a destination place.
It's not. No, it's just, it's like a flea market, like just shopping, just, vendor shopping and stuff. Like, why is that a date? Like,
there is somebody for him, but it's definitely not us.
It's not me.
And
his favorite hotel is, of course, in a casino in Vegas.
Oh my God, this is so 1980s. Like, you wouldn't even dream of taking a flight somewhere quick, anymore. Like, that is not
and just
worth your
popping
time.
over to Mexico. Do you have your passport, baby? Because we're going to Mexico.
It's so not worth your time anymore.
We're not allowed in Mexico anymore
because we're disgusting.
Because we're the bad guys.
We're filthy, filthy COVID people. Oh,
I love those people that are like, you don't like the way the country's run? Move. It's like, where are we going to go? The entire world blocked us because of the way we're handling this.
Thank you.
Let's fight about a mask again, bitch. Like, seriously, I call everybody bitch. I'm sorry.
Other issues. I don't have any skills to take to these goddamn countries. That they can
have public schooling in America. I barely do math. I couldn't read the other word because I didn't have language.
Exactly. Most of the world is like, we can't use you.
They're like, we know 3 languages by the time we graduate high school. I'm like, that's adorable. I don't even know English.
I'm still having trouble with my comments.
Right. Do we space 2 after a period? Do we not? Like, where's the rule? I don't even know anymore.
Amy, American exceptionalism, okay?
We're number one. Okay. Gotcha.
What?
All right. He has, here's his description. He has expressive dark eyes.
Oh, okay.
He actually, in that picture, he looks kind of creepy.
So, because I
Like he has wide, crazy eyes.
As soon as you just said that, I was like, "Oh, that could be nice." Then, of course, in my mind, I thought Jared Kushner, and I'm like, "Dead eyes?" Because Jared Kushner, that's how you would describe his eyes. Like, they're just dark and dead.
So he has expressive dark eyes, salt and pepper hair to distinguish him from other guys.
Okay, that's hot.
Yeah. Notably, he admits to a mild interest in getting married.
What?
Staying single, women under or over 30. Okay, this is just, he just has wide nets. Bold and shy women and even babies. So he's interested in everything. Like,
I'm not mad.
are you bold? Are you shy? Are you short? Are you tall? Yeah,
Listen, I'm starting to get that Mark values money and he values his time. And he was like, "Listen, I'm trying to find somebody and I can't afford to be putting 15,000 ads all over the country looking for somebody. I'm going to just open this wide up and see what happens." I like that. I like that.
Okay.
It's better than Michael being like, "I'm looking for someone who's probably not looking for me right now."
Well, he does say what he wants later.
Okay. Oh, God.
But I just like that wide net. He was like, if you're bold, if you're shy, if you're under or over 30.
Does that mean he's easygoing, like for real? For real?
I think he's desperate. To me, that smacked as desperation where he's just throwing the widest net out, and if he gets any hit, like anything.
I love it. I'm like, does that mean he just likes different personalities? And you're like, no, he's fucking
so
thirsty.
cynical. I'm sorry. I was on Tinder for 2 weeks and it just destroyed me.
No, there's a doubt given here.
Whole 2 weeks. Okay.
That's enough to destroy you. Okay.
All right. Mark, he likes sex, religion, his job.
What? He put sex and religion right next to each other?
Yup. Sex, religion, his job, becoming famous, participatory sports, music, and money. He thinks they're very interesting.
How is it interesting to become very famous? That's like the least interesting thing ever.
I don't even know.
What is that? That it doesn't belong in that.
So that sentence didn't make it much sense at all. Like there was a typo and I tried to fix it and then it just made less sense.
And I really feel like there's some kind of rule between, first of all, what does it even mean to like religion? And then putting it next to sex. Is that like in order of importance? Or is that
sex was
random?
first?
What religion? I mean, I'm assuming like some level of Christianity.
Some kind of Christian,
Yeah,
probably Baptist.
Wow, that's a list.
So he plans to stay single until he meets the right lady to share and enlighten his life, ways yet unknown. Okay.
I don't think we.
But
ever
is totally
assumed
unimpressed with any woman who has no class, tries to dress, quotes, slinky, or speaks too loudly. I have no idea. Like skanky? Like
what the fuck is slinky?
I just imagine them wrapped in slinkies. Like
I'm like, does he need like a slinky dress? You know how sometimes like those like shifts they used to wear? But those are for very specific things.
Those are for Michael's ladies.
Exactly.
The women that are built like statues, like
that wear shifts.
That dress was made for that body.
Would I wear a shift at the poker table? Like, or when
I wear things that are described as caftan. You know?
I don't know, Mark.
Proudly. Yeah. So he doesn't want anyone who speaks too loudly, so we're both out.
Yeah.
Completely. Up until then, I was in.
So fucking out. I sneeze too loudly. Like, never mind.
So loud. She needs to possess a well-rounded personality, good looks, and the ability to sound knowledgeable and show interest in him. Okay. Sound knowledgeable and show interest. She doesn't have to be knowledgeable or be interested.
You are totally open to fake until you make it.
He just wants them to sound and look interested and knowledgeable.
I mean, I guess it's refreshing that he's being honest. Like,
I mean, I get it. Like, I don't even care really as long as she pretends.
Do can be. It's fine. I just, you know what? He's giving a service anyway, so he might as well be specific about
humor my sensitiveness.
Like, why not? I don't know. Mark is freaking me out here.
Okay, here's what he wants. He wants dark-haired, olive-skinned beauty with dark eyes would be his choice. He'd prefer if she were 5'3" or 5'5", so 2 inches range. Such a range. About 112 pounds and well-proportioned.
I'm sorry, did you say 112 pounds?
Yeah, so he wants a 9-year-old?
First of all, why do men act like they understand women's sizes? Don't do that. You're fucking, you don't know what 112
I'm sorry, if she's
is.
112 pounds, she's not well proportioned.
No, that is
she is tiny. Especially if she's 5'5", she wears size 0.
Correct. And there are no lumps. I don't know. There are very few. There's not very much. 112
There's no
pounds,
proportioning to any parts of anything. There is just, that's it. You're done.
That is just such an astronomically small weight for an adult woman.
If you're human.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna find this person. Can I say too, I never understand, because this is something I find particularly in when white people date, the asking for a certain hair color and eye color. What is that? What does that trigger? What does that mean?
I'm really into blondes with blue eyes. It's cool, dude. I'm really into dudes that aren't assholes.
Yeah,
but here we are.
I'm what is it? I don't. So are you saying that if they're not brown haired with dark haired with brown eyes, then it's a no go? What?
They'll date you. You're just not typically their type.
Oh, so that way you feel grateful that they bothered to give you any attention at all.
I guess I'm very not nice to men when they tell me shit like that.
It's I want
they're just
62-inch screen TV.
You're not usually my type, or I don't usually date women that are under 5 foot or whatever. I'm okay, cool. I don't usually date idiots, but
It's so weird. It's
here we are.
They have literally been conditioned to have a wish list.
Yeah, we need to be just grateful, so grateful that they pay us any attention.
That shit is weird. I don't.
So I've always been really mean to guys. I don't know why. It's innate inside of me. I remember 2nd grade. I saw these group of boys over on the playground, and I was on the swing, and this guy breaks off from the group of boys and comes over to me and asked me to be his girlfriend. And from the instant, it felt like a setup. Well, because 2nd grade. Are you kidding me? And he was with his friends, and they were all being, second grade
don't trust that shit.
boys. So it was suspicious. And he was like, "Oh no, I want to be your girlfriend." I was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Well, I think you're blah blah blah." He started listing you're nice and you're cute or whatever. I'm like, I feel like I'm too good for you. And I told him, I said no, thank you. And he was like, why? I'm like, I'm too good for you. And I just kept swinging, and he went back over. Because I really feel like it was one of those, ask her to be your girlfriend setups.
Yes, and then if she says yes.
And then they were going to laugh at him, and then they were going to laugh at me, and they weren't, whatever. I still to this day, pretty sure it was a whole setup. But he went back over to his friends, and then they just laughed at him. So.
Oh, no, you really did break that little boy's heart.
No, he didn't actually want me. I think it was a setup. I still do.
Okay.
I think it was a whole, I don't know.
It was the whole thing. That is sad. From the 2nd grade.
From every perspective, it was sad.
I don't trust this shit.
Well, it was suspicious because this guy had never really talked to me, and I get it. I'm a catch, but 2nd grade, dude,
come on, a little slow down, man. Wait till 3rd or 4th. My God.
Right. Exactly. No, it felt like one of those elementary school mean recess pranks.
I do not question whether or not it was probably that, because it probably was that.
The vibe, the whole vibe of it, because the way the guys were all looking over on the other side, but they were within distance where they could hear it, sort of.
Told his friend. You're right.
Yeah. So I was like, no.
You're right.
No.
Because they usually don't tell their friends ahead of time because they don't want to know if their friends are think you're cool.
Well, and they were expecting me to be so grateful and, oh my gosh, you like me, and just happy, and then they were going to crush me or whatever, like that moment of just.
And you're like, I'm on this swing, living my best fucking life. I don't need you. And
well, and I was watching this whole thing. I'm sitting there on the swing. I have view of everything. I'm watching these guys, and then they come walking over. I'm like, I know what's up. I'm not stupid. This isn't kindergarten. It might have been third grade. I don't know. I just know that it was like, that started the trend.
And you've been mean ever since.
For me being like, I don't trust your motivation.
I feel you. I'm the same way. I'm
pretty sure. I know I'm too good for you.
I'm sassy. That's what it is.
100% know I'm too good for you. So you should be begging for me.
I love it. Nothing else from Mark? That was
no,
it?
Mark's done. They said that you can meet him at TGI Fridays, and it said the location in Dallas. Like, okay, we're gonna go hang around TGI Fridays, hoping to run into Mark.
And I'm
pretty sure that place doesn't exist anymore. I'm not sure.
What was the caliber of TGI Fridays in the 80s? Because I don't want to judge it based on its current status. Was it like a really good restaurant in the 80s in Texas?
I think it was probably maybe like Chili's.
Okay. So this wasn't like a humble brag. This was literally just like, in lieu of you having to mail me letters, just come to this TGI Fridays in Dallas.
Because this is a Texas book, a lot of them are from like the major cities like Houston, Dallas, Austin. And they'll mention like he often frequents this bar on on Fifth Street or whatever. Because I think the world was smaller in the 80s. Like it feels like it was a little smaller.
It feels like it was, and also like men had no reason to be concerned about their well-being. Oh my goodness.
Right.
That's crazy. I would never. Like, I'm always like, when like Brent takes pictures, I'm like, can I look at that before you put that shit on Facebook, please? Thanks. Yeah. I need to verify personal identifying information.
Well, not only that, but I cut it out. I'm like, no. I'm not a bad housekeeper. Pull that sock out of there. People are gonna judge that because I do that.
Yeah,
like,
listen, I totally do. I totally do.
Like, there was this lady that I grew up with. She took a selfie in the kitchen, and her kitchen, like, I get it. My kitchen right now, trashed. I'm not going to take a selfie in there.
No.
She took a picture in there, and there was like, the sink was full. There were dishes all over the counter, and then the drawers were like shoved so full, and things were spilling out of the drawers. No. And she stood in front of that and took a selfie. I'm like,
literally just,
you don't have a blank wall or a blank door to step in front of? Like,
I can't. Oh my God.
I mean, I get it.
I
also, my kitchen right now, I have dishes for days, but come on.
I can't do it. Just don't show me it, please.
I've literally shoved things out of the way and then retaken a picture of like a present or a pet or whatever,
And it's just, it just is a better picture, period. It helps the person focus on what you're actually trying to show them. Because all that background
but these guys don't care. They're just like, here's my geo tracker, here's my location, here's my phone. Some of them have their phone numbers, their businesses, their fax numbers. They have all that stuff.
Absolutely not. It's crazy. Like, I had a coworker I used to work with who would show me pictures of her kid all the time. And I like that. I like looking at people's kids, actually. I mean, the first time, after like the 7th, it gets a bit much. But every picture, it's like 15,000 pieces of clothing on the floor and like random things, like a basket turned over, this. And I get like the kid's a toddler, but I'm just like, it can't be good for a toddler to be walking amongst dirty clothes all the time, right? Like, is that like a normal thing? I don't know. I don't have kids, so, but I feel like in my mind, I'm like, you probably want to like, especially if they're putting everything in their mouths, like maybe like at least make sure the dirty clothes are like somewhere where they can't like just pull them out of the basket.
I mean, there was a time I remember hiding Easter eggs in the laundry basket. Like, it was in the middle of the floor.
You're like breaking up.
Clean clothes. Oh no. Okay, yeah, there was a time where I was hiding the Easter eggs like in a basket of clean clothes, like in the middle of the living room. Like, just stick it in this basket. But yeah, it's not a typical thing. Like, I stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm sorry, I'm a judge bitch. I just feel like
me too.
Everything has its place and it should be there. But I understand that is me being a judge bitch, and I take that on. And if someone wants to reciprocate, I can't complain. So There's that.
But you're it's a bitch when necessary, not just to be mean.
Is it necessary? I mean, we're putting a lot on that
Always?
necessary.
Always.
More like I just can't stop. I've been conditioned to do this, and it's more work to try to not do it than it is to just
Make the
fucking do it.
excuse of, I'm sorry, I've been conditioned to be a judgy bitch. Like,
It's true. Like, you know what
it's
it was
just
like
your
growing
excuse.
up, like your mom, like, why would she come outside like that? Why would she let her come outside like that? What was she thinking? Now, you know that hat don't match that.
Oh, my mom too.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
Someone would walk up the aisle at church. She was like, who let her shop by herself? I'm like, oh my God. And then we'd say something and she was like, how are my kids such snobs? We're like, really? Really?
you have no idea?
Like, did you hear what you said about that lady's hat 10 minutes ago?
Listen, I can't, and sometimes I do it and I'm like, I don't even fucking care about that. Why is that something I even notice in my mind? Like, oh my goodness, yes. We're very observant. That is our signifier
That's
power.
it. I'm vocally observant.
That's all. I just, I have a lot of opinions.
Same. I have a lot of opinions.
But I keep them to myself unless they are really important. I promise.
Well, yes.
I'm not
Same.
like out here just giving people unsolicited advice. I promise. I mind my business.
We'll do another show about that. Just unsolicited advice. We're like, hey.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, you know what y'all should do? You need to switch this to Tinder now or some other website. Oh my God, you should do like Christian Mingle or something.
We've thought about that. We've thought about that, and then switching it up and doing like open, like different genders profiles, because all we've done so far are guys, which I mean, it's deserved, but we need to branch out.
They're usually really bad at this stuff, so
they're bad. They're terrible at everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't felt bad doing like straight cis white men since the beginning of this show.
Oh my God.
But I kind of want to branch out.
Oh my God, it would be great to do oh my God, all the sundry black guys and all their different euphemisms for I don't want to date a dark-skinned black woman. Like, looking for somebody exotic. I'm looking for somebody light-skinned. I'm looking for somebody, light bright. I'm looking for a red bone. I'm looking for, listen, a laundry list.
If I take you outside, are you gonna burn?
I like caramel colored. I'm chocolate, but I prefer caramel colored. I swear to you, colorism is a motherfucker. This is a brilliant idea. I love it. You gotta laugh at it.
That was another thing that I got on Tinder was messages from black guys that were like, "Have you ever dated a black man?" I'm like, "No." I mean, I just haven't really, because I'm from San Antonio, and so I dated Mexican guys. And he's like, "Well, would you like to?" Like every time, would you want to? I'm like, "Are you a nice person?" Let's start there. Hold on.
I'm actually not here to fetishize
I'm not just trying to fill a checklist on here. Like, ooh, never dated that race. Ooh.
And it's so revealing of what they're doing. Like, oh, I think
I'm like, are you just checking redhead off your box?
Exactly.
Like, what's going on here? Like, this is gross.
Rainbow going on here. That's not why I'm here, though. I swear to God.
Hold on.
Especially in this new age, everyone I talk to that's like dating right now, I feel like sometimes I feel bad because it's part of it's exciting and fun, But
oh yeah, it's fun.
Also just
you feel like the belle of the ball. Like everybody wants to show you their dicks.
And listen, some of those dicks are like primo dicks. Like
they're pretty spectacular. But the person attached, you got to go out with them 4 or 5 times to really get them out of your system.
Listen, it's like you legit have a problem because it's like the dick is so pretty. Like it's just pretty and it's perfect. Yes. And it's like, I just need you to be that way. Or just like be halfway better. Because like,
or just silent. Let me enjoy the good parts of you and you shut your damn mouth.
Exactly. Can we just do this part? Oh no. But yeah, there's a lot to be said about dating online currently. We need to talk about it.
There is. We'll have to have you back.
Yes, please do. I've enjoyed this thoroughly.
Where can people find you?
So we are at Unapologetix. Our show is everywhere. What are those places called? Spotify and Stitcher and YouTube and all that. And our show is an atheist show, a humanist show. We talk about everything, nerd shit.
It's a great show, too.
Great
It is.
shit,
I love your show.
atheist shit, religion shit. Like, literally, we talk about everything. So, join us.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, and we do interviews,
Awesome.
too. You know what? We've never interviewed two of you, ever.
Ooh.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to get that done. Like,
We'll have to do that. Yeah, because you've been on our show, but we've never been on your show.
correct. We're
Nice.
correct by that. But, yeah, this is so much fun.
Yeah, check it out. It's a great show. Nikki is awesome. As you are in my phone, it's Nikki is awesome.
Oh, I love it! I have you as Amy with a bunch of like smiley faces and exclamation points and then Texas. Like, at the beginning, I was like, I don't remember. I got to figure out which one is Amy and which one is Amy. Like, and the only way I can do it in the beginning, because I'm not on Facebook, is like Amy with an I is in Texas and Amy with a Y is in Minnesota. There we go.
Well, my picture for you it's like a little meme, and it says not to flex or anything, but I used to be line leader in elementary school.
That is me. That's me.
And that's your little. It's a little circle with the words on it when you pop up on my phone.
That is so. Oh my god! And I was a much smaller.
I can see that. I feel that.
So
well, thank you for coming on. It's super fun.
Yes, this was awesome. Thank you. And Amy with the Y coming soon.
I'm so sorry you didn't find a love match, though. I know that you had high hopes for Michael, but he may or may not be dead. I'm not sure.
Correct. And if not, I'm certainly not what he has in mind. He probably will end up murdering me. And I think
you can just put on a blonde wig and pretend because he's old.
Yes, that's true.
Real old.
Yeah, no love matches. But you know what? I didn't really have high hopes because, Texas.
Yeah. We're going to have to find some from other states. I bet Florida has some.
Oh my God. I need to look for this in Florida. All right. Well,
Florida Tinder. Oh my God. Thank you. Bye. I don't know how to judge meat.
Nope, it's not coming.